It's Wednesday, June 19th. I'm Macy Eglund. Two Suffolk men are due in court today, accused in a string of ATM burglaries. Police say Jamie Volini of East Patchogue and John Mahoney of Mastic are behind a series of commercial burglaries and an attempted burglary. They say in March, the men forced entry through broken doors and windows at several businesses, including this deli in Ronkonkoma, and damaged or stole the ATMs. The pair was arrested yesterday. Only in Newsday, President Biden's new immigration policy could benefit thousands on Long Island. The plan could put Long Island immigrants who are married to U.S. citizens but lack legal status in the country on the path to permanent residency. The initiative begins this summer. An abortion rights amendment is back on the ballot this fall. The state appellate court dismissed a Republican lawsuit yesterday that said it was filed too late. The proposed amendment is scheduled to be voted on in November. Among other things, it would enshrine abortion rights in the state constitution. Voters in Sachem and West Babylon have approved their district's revised budgets. The spending plans at both schools were below the state tax cap. Sachem's plan will cut 21 jobs and increase elementary school class sizes. West Babylon, on the other hand, will eliminate the 9th grade health program. Finding ways to stay cool as the heat rises the next few days. Feels like temperatures for some parts of the island will be in the low 90s today. So to help you cope, Governor Kathy Hochul has announced free admission to state beaches. That includes Jones Beach and Robert Moses today and tomorrow. Long Islanders are celebrating Juneteenth today. This was the scene in Hempstead yesterday at an event at Town Hall marking the holiday. It included children's choir performances and presentations by local faith leaders on the history of Juneteenth.
Look at some of the challenges that were faced by African Americans at that time and realize that we still face some of those same challenges, only dressed in nicer clothing.
Today marks the day Union soldiers arrived in Galveston, Texas in 1865 to tell the slaves they were free 2.5 years after President Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation. Thousands of tickets tossed. There's new controversy today over Suffolk's school bus ticket program, and it's costing the county millions in revenue. Sherry Einhorn has the story you'll see only in Newsday.
We're kind of helpless, and I don't think it's right. I don't think it's right at all.
Mount Sinai's Michelle Audia got a ticket for passing a stopped school bus about a month ago. But the school teacher says the video clearly shows the stop arm wasn't out when she passed it 4 lanes away on Jericho Turnpike, heading in the opposite direction.
I was really angry, and to be honest, I thought this is the biggest scam.
As we've reported, the controversial school bus ticket camera program is under review in Suffolk by the county executive and the controller. That's after a court ruling sided with a driver who challenged their ticket. At the same time, Suffolk County dismissed 8 of about 9,000 contested tickets so far. Michelle's ticket was also dismissed.
It was the right thing to do, absolutely.
Suffolk's dismissal of $2 million worth of tickets drew criticism from the state lawmaker who sponsored the program. He said, quote, "It seems to me that Suffolk County is the only county that has a problem. They don't get to decide which laws they will follow and which ones they won't. We're trying to protect kids." Drivers have been complaining about getting tickets in areas where children don't cross the street. Some are calling the program a money grab.
Suffolk County is taking a much sort of a closer review of tickets. They're changing their process to be essentially a 3-step process, which they think is more fair to drivers, instead of what they said was previously a 2-step process.
This spot on Deer Park Avenue in Dix Hills was one of the top moneymakers for Suffolk County and Bus Patrol in 2023, according to a Newsday review. As you can see, it's a busy 4-lane road with a wide, grassy median.
Now, according to a Newsday analysis, $185,000 in fines came from this spot alone. That is 740 tickets.
I think it should be eliminated. or eliminated or greatly curtailed.
I'm Shari Einhorn for Newsday TV.
You can read more about Suffolk's bus ticket controversy on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. There's a new way to tour some of the top pizza spots in Brooklyn. The adventures of Scott Vogel continue today.
In 2005, a little newspaper by the name of Newsday was the first to write about a little-known pizza tour called Slice of Brooklyn. And now, almost 20 years later, power of Newsday, baby.
They have come from Austin and Albuquerque, Nashville and Tampa, Canada and Ireland. Refugees from faraway lands where pizza is something you get from the frozen food section, from a guy named Caesar, a papa named John, somebody's hut. They want to learn what real pizza is. Their destination? Brooklyn. Their guide? This guy.
How you doing?
Tony Muia, a man hopelessly in love with his borough.
I started it as a sort of a love letter to my hometown.
Whose affection is deep and unconditional.
We're going to eat our way through and explore one of the most famous and infamous places in the world.
A man who wears that affection in multiple places on his arm.
Here's another tattoo of Brooklyn that I have.
And a man, above all, who knows pizza.
It's a perfect balance of the mozzarella and the sauce. And it just...
He takes them to Grimaldi's Pizzeria in Dumbo, patiently explains terms like Neapolitan and Margarita, shows them the 1,000-degree coal-fired oven, passionately describes a pie so delicious Michelle Obama allegedly told a waiter named Ralph in 2010 that it was better than the pizza in Chicago.
Look how gorgeous that looks.
For the visitors, the excitement of eating real, actual pizza can be almost overwhelming. But also thrilling. And Muia is far from done. Back on the bus, the group heads south to Gravesend and yet another pizza landmark. For the tourists, until today, Sicilians were just figures in gangster movies. Thanks to Muia, now they know that they also make pizza. And not just any pizza, but the greatest pizza of square shape this planet has ever seen.
You could see they put the mozzarella on first, like we were saying.
The group is once again gobsmacked, but also entranced. And only then do they realize, too late, that what they thought would be an innocent afternoon of pizza eating
Let's get a picture of you guys with that.
was actually an act of friendly persuasion.
We'll visit neighborhoods, landmarks, movie locations.
That they'd been lured into a love affair with a borough they hardly knew.
Saturday Night Fever, Goodfellas, The French Connection, that were all shot in Brooklyn.
By Brooklyn's most enthusiastic champion, its greatest ambassador. What's that you say? Brooklyn doesn't have an ambassador? Of course it doesn't. It doesn't need one. It has Tony Muia.
God bless. Thank you.
Now I'm kind of thinking pizza for breakfast. You can read more about this pizza tour on our website, Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Checking out your Wednesday weather, warm and muggy today. Let's take a look outside. This is Westlake Beach and Inlet in Montauk. Great day to hit the beach if you can. That'd be great. Here's your day planner. Highs today. Yeah, it's warm in the 80s for most of Long Island. If you're headed to the city, it's going to be very hot there. Tomorrow we stay warm, partly cloudy. Highs once again in the 80s. Get used to it because this is your 7-day forecast. 80s across the board. Thursday and Friday looking even warmer, in fact, than what we've got today. We could see a thunderstorm on Friday. Be mindful of that.
Long Island weather is brought to you by Fire Island Ferries.
I'm Macy Eglund. Thanks for watching Newsday TV. Hope you have a great day.